Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is for 21st October 2020, and we are into the revision mode as all of us know, and we are revising chapter number 5, Morphology of Flowering Plants. And in this chapter, as I have told you, lot of technical words, and the best way of understanding this chapter is to keep a flower with you and keep varieties of flowers that are available in the nature and in your own garden. So that is the best way of studying it. And once you return back, of course, anatomy of the flower we can understand under microscope. But for morphology, the best way is to have a flower with you when you are studying this chapter, right? Now, moving ahead, we were talking about the types of flowers based on the position of the ovary. Superior ovary, inferior ovary, and mid ovary, we said. Moving ahead, a flower has got a calyx, outermost whorl. We said 4 whorls will be there. One is calyx, another is corolla, third one is androecium, fourth one is gynoecium. So as part of that, first whorl is called calyx, and the members that leaf-like structures, green colored leaf-like structures, they're called sepals. So group of sepals is called calyx, remember, and this is the outermost whorl. And when the flower is in the form of bud, you must observe these green sepals will be protecting the bud. So they're generally green, leafy, protect the flower in bud stage. And it may be gamosepalous. Gamo means united, fused. Sepals are fused. You must have seen, like in hibiscus, when all the sepals are fused and it's like a disc, then we say gamosepalous. Or in some flowers, you must have seen all the sepals, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, they will be separate. We can take out sepal one after the other individually. Then we say sepals are free, and the technical word that we use is polycephalous. So gamosepalous, polycephalous. Next, second whorl, it's called corolla, and it consists of very colorful fragrant petals. So remember PC, personal computer, petals colorful. If petals are colorful, sepals are green. That's how you must remember. And petals, of course, they give a lot of color, lot of beauty to the environment. And not only that, it gives us a lot of business also. People extract the perfumes from the petals and do the business of body sprays. So petals are colorful and fragrance. They produce nice smell. The brightly colored, what for? To attract the insects for pollination. They may be like gamocephalous, all the petals are united, or they are free, polypetalous. The mode of arrangement of sepals or petals in a floral bud with respect to other members of the same whorl is called estivation. Estivation, how they are arranged, petals or sepals. Invalvate. Now I want you to look at the diagram. Valvate. This is valvate, and you can see the arrangement of petals and sepals. In valvate, the whorls of sepals or petals touch each other as in colotropes. So they are touching each other, you see, but they are not attached. They are just individually they are there. So that's valvate. And second one, twisted. You can see one is overlapping the other. One is overlapping the other. You can see in this diagram, twisted. In twisted estivation, the whorls overlap each other, as in China rose, like in hibiscus. Imbricate. Third one, you can see the imbricate. Here it is the arrangement of 3+2. The margin overlap each other, but not in particular fashion as in gulmohar. So in imbricate, you can see this is inside, this is outside, and then this is outside. So this is 1 plus 2 arrangement, and now next to 1 is this and this, that is 1 plus 2 arrangement is there. Similarly, even you can see vexillary, here also one bigger one, and within that 1 plus 1, 2, and then next to 2, but these two are attached, you see here. So 1 plus 2 arrangement. So we can write one big one and then 2 small one and 2 small ones, but they are united. This is how you can remember. So in pea or beans flowers, there are 5 petals. The largest one, that is this one, standard petal, overlaps the 2 lateral petals. Is it not overlapping? Yes, it's overlapping. And which in turn overlap 2 smaller anterior petals. These are called keels. Keels are, this type of aestivation is known as vexillary or papilionaceous. Moving ahead, third one, and before I go to androecium, I want you to collect one flower each like this and understand the aestivation. Then the concept is very clear to you. Next, androecium. Androecium represents the male reproductive parts of flower, consists of stamens. Each stamen consists of a filament and anther. Okay, so you must have seen there is a filament and then there is a anther, and there is a line, dehiscence, and inside that pollen grains will be there. So this is androecium. Pollen grains are produced in pollen sac, and sterile stamen is called staminode. When stamens are attached with the petals, it is called epipetalous, like in brinjal. So the stamens are attached with the petals, then it is called epipetalous. Stamen may be free. If it is free, polyandrous, or it may be united like in one bundle. If it is one bundle, then mono. Mono means one. Delphus means bundle. Monodelphus. Sometimes it is two bundles. Didelphus means 1 plus 9 or 1 plus 8, like that. And then more than 2, polydelphus. So depending upon the number of bundles the stamens are, we have got different names. And moving ahead to the last word, gynoecium. Female reproductive part of the flower consists of 1 or more carpels. Each carpel is made up of stigma, style and ovary. How is that? So you got a tube-like structure, okay, and then you got a stigma like this. So this stigma, this style, and then there's a ovary. And so this is stigma, this is style, and this is ovary. SSO. SSO is equal to 1 carpel. And when more than 1 carpel is present, it may be free, apocarpus, as in lotus and rose. Or if it is fused, many carpels are fused together, then we say syncarpus, as in mustard and tomato. After fertilization, ovules change into seeds. I said, remember, what are seeds? If someone asks, you have to say, developed ovules are seeds. And what about fruit? Developed ovary is the fruit. So whenever you are eating a fruit, remember, you are eating what? Developed ovary. Of course, some variations will be there, like pseudo fruits. That we will talk about it in the next session. Okay, and we can talk about this placentation. That is, arrangement of ovules within the ovary is called placentation. How this ovary inside is arranged. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marginal placentation, axial placentation, parietal placentation, free central placentation, and basal placentation. This we will talk tomorrow in detail. Until then, keep practicing. And as I said, once again, I want to remind you all The best way to understand this chapter is to have a flower with you when you are studying this chapter.